Hi, this is Steve Adubato. This is a program about innovation, technology, and everything in between that you don't want to miss. Let me introduce, once again, Dr. Joel Bloom, been with us many times, learned something new every time. He's the president of NJIT, that's New Jersey Institute of Technology, and his colleague Jorge Santos, vice president of economic development, policy and strategic planning at Newark Community Economic Development Corporation. You actually have that on a business card?
Yeah.
I'd like to see, that's a big card. It's a big job. Joel, set this up for us. You've been our partner on the higher ed and for a while talking about innovation technology. It's one thing to talk about this Metro Lab National Summit that's happening in Newark, but it's another thing to talk about Newark being a quote-unquote smart city.
So the smart city concept goes back at least a half a dozen years ago, where we say, how do you improve the quality of people's lives in an urban setting using technology? Smart city. We didn't invent the term, it's being done globally, actually. And what are you doing by creating a smart city? You're giving the citizens, as well as the companies, the industries in your city, access to more technology. How do you do it? Multiple ways. Of course, we know about the miles and miles of dark fiber in the street within the city of Newark, and the power that gives you immediately. How do you get the power out from underneath the street? In some ways, and to create a smart city, use kiosks.
Kiosks?
Kiosks.
How so?
So if you go to a neighboring other great city, New York City, you will see these 9-foot-tall, slender, metallic-looking, thin kiosks. They're informational kiosks. It's called Link NYC. The city, with the EDC, and NJIT,
Economic Development Corporation.
Economic Development Corporation, we're creating a Link Newark.
So we can have something comparable.
It'll be,
Even though New York had it first, we can have it better.
well, actually, I think London had it first, then New York, and Newark. So London.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's great.
And describe the role your team has on this.
So Newark CEDC, we have an MOU with the city to help operate Newark
Look at all of the jargon.
sorry,
Memorandum of Understanding.
So
Go
we're the
ahead.
city's economic development corporation. We do a lot for the city, including helping to run the city's Newark Fiber program, and a lot of the tech initiatives in conjunction with the city's Office of Information Technology. So one of those things is helping to lead this effort with NJIT to bring Link Newark here to the city. So we're going to have 30 of these in the downtown. These kiosks, but also an additional 3 in each ward outside of downtown for a total of 45. 5 wards. For a total of 45 within the first year. See how it goes. Hopefully we can expand these. So these
Why
are
do you
going to be
need
great.
these guys? Why do you need NJIT?
Well, they're the state's leading polytechnic university. There's a great tech partner with the city. Their advice, their input.
Let's not turn into commercial. They're one of our underwriters. but they are a key partner in all seriousness.
They're a key partner, yes, absolutely.
So there's a higher ed piece. There's a municipal government piece. There's where's the role of the business community in this, Joel?
PSE&G, first and foremost. We needed to get power, first of all, to all of these kiosks, the 45 that George laid out. PSE&G owns that space, one company. Juniper Cloud helps us get the computing capacity using the cloud. Who else? With Verizon. So Verizon has several features. So what you use the kiosk for is to deliver technology services to the consumer or to the company. So you will have access to use, for example, Wi-Fi on this on these
Okay,
towers.
hold on. You're in Washington Square Park.
Right.
I should say
well,
Washington
there's
Square
already
Park because I'm thinking
let's go to military. I was going to say
dating myself from
let's
hanging out down in Washington Square Park. That would be another topic.
Military
Park
in
Newark. Go ahead.
Right. So we've already. If you go there today, I think it's still there. There's a pilot kiosk there.
Go ahead.
We put it up months ago just to see, one, consumer interest in it, because there is always a business side to this. You can't do this without a business
Got to be a
partnership.
market.
It's got to be a market. So one of the things you can do is you can advertise upcoming events in the city of Newark, whether it's at the New Jersey PAC,
Performing Arts Center, right?
I'm sorry, Performing Arts Center, whether it's at the Prudential Arena, whether it's at one of our campuses, whether it's some nonprofit doing something in the city.
Which they have a hard time promoting themselves because they don't have the money, but the kiosk and this technology helps get that information, those messages out there?
Absolutely. But now you can also and now if you want to monitor traffic, Or if you want to monitor the quality of air, you've got this terminal already standing at 45 locations. If you want to see if has that street been plowed where kiosk XY is. So it gives you all kind of science and technology
That's a smart
applications.
city. You know, it's so interesting. Last time we were together with Joel, by the way, check out our website. You'll see this. You had the Voice Summit.
Right.
Who put that together again?
NJIT, MoDev, the city of Newark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were there for that, and I was struck by the innovation technology going on there. But real quick, the Metro 2018 Metro Lab National Summit. What is it?
So that's in the prior federal administration, they were very interested in cities and academia working together, again, to improve services to the community. So you had to apply to be a Metro Lab. Newark and NJIT partnered, submitted an application, gets approved. So there are 44, 45 Metro Labs, including about 50, so municipalities,
Right.
a couple county governments, and about 60 universities. They partner on projects for their city, their municipality. That's the relationship we're having with Newark. Our project was Smart City. That's what we submitted to become a Metro Lab.
Pick up on this, George. This whole smart city thing, innovation, data analytics, linking Newark in a way that never was linked before. The mayor, Ras Baraka, involved in this as well. How does it change the potential, dare I use the term, demographics in the city? Meaning, is there a chance that some folks who otherwise might not want to live in the city and work in the city would be attracted to the city because of this?
Well, I think anything the city does to make the city a better place would make the city more attractive to all kinds of folks, regardless of the demographics.
But beyond all the cultural stuff that's going on, a lot of the sports stuff that's great downtown development, NJPAC just had a whole new, check out what's going on in NJPAC, our partners there, great stuff. But the technological piece of it, the linked, the connectivity, how much does that matter?
I think it does matter. It helps to make the city a little bit more user-friendly, you can say, right? You come to downtown Newark, if you're not familiar with the city, you might not know where to go, what to do. Now you have, these different Wi-Fi hotspots everywhere. Now you have information kind of available on the screen. Go here for lunch, go there to see some other event. The museum's only half a mile away, and it makes the city much more user-friendly, much more easy to adapt to living in the city or visiting the city.
On this, before I let you go, could you see more "quote-unquote" millennials? And what's the other expression we heard today? They're not millennials, but they're what? Generation Z. Thank you, because we got some Generation Zs over there in the control room running things. More attracted to them?
Sure.
Because?
So we've been monitoring our students who graduate, because they're alums.
Where do they go?
Where do they go? So 4 years
the
ago,
brain drain. You were on another panel with 4 college presidents talking about the brain drain.
Right.
Are we keeping more of them because of this?
Yes. 4 years ago, when we surveyed our alums who graduated, we had about 400 at the time taking residence in the city for the first time.
Wow.
Today it's 1,300.
1,300.
So why, right? Why is that just continuing to increase? One, we know about the great transportation.
Yep.
Right? Two, we know about all of the social venues. Mentioned the museum, the art studios that are coming up, the jazz clubs in the city. Don't forget, let's not leave out our already resident college population that's there. So the city is much more attractive. It's still a much better buy than going across the river.
Get more for your money.
You can't even go to Brooklyn, New York anymore because that's as high priced as the lower west side is today. So Newark is becoming, we already know it's a transportation hub. Just look at the kind of residences that are going up in the city. New Jersey Performing Arts Center.
Right across the street from the Performing Arts Center.
That tower just opened.
It's a luxury tower.
It's a luxury tower.
It's incredible.
And there's 2 more under construction. Teachers Village, I understand, has done extremely well. So and we're in the same business. We will be opening 99 new apartments that we don't own. We're doing that in a P3, right down the street from our university.
So it's not just a smart city, it's a hot city. The city of Newark. Dr. Joel Bloom, Jorge Santos, I want to thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Keep coming back with good stuff, Joel.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Be right back right after this.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Russell Berry Foundation, Delta Dental of New Jersey, the Northward Center, PSC&G, Verizon, Johnson & Johnson, and by Adler Aphasia Center. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.